all know that music entertains us, but there's so much more to it than that. Music is what brings us together. It can inspire, motivate, and heal. And just sometimes, a song can say everything when we can't. I'm so excited to bring you these wonderful tunes and artist stories. I'm Stacy Newman, and this is More Than the Music. AmericanaFest is an annual music conference in Nashville, Tennessee. Over the course of the 6-day festival, we had the opportunity to sit down with some truly fantastic artists. This week, we're bringing you Lillie and Marc Broussard. Marc Broussard is a versatile singer-songwriter straight from the bayou. He's a little soul, a little blues, and a little country. I think you guys are gonna dig him. We caught up with him at City Winery in Nashville, Tennessee before his AmericanaFest showcase. Let's check it out. Heartland Network here at AmericanaFest 2017. We are here with Marc Broussard at the City Winery.
Hello.
Just here to ask you some questions.
I love it.
Tell me about your new album that you have coming out.
The record is called Easy to Love. The title track is actually a song that was written by a dear friend of mine, Joe Stark. And it's the first original-ish record that I've got in, I think, 3 or 4 years at this point. The last record was A Life Worth Living, but this one has been a long time coming. We didn't actually wrap up final recording until the spring of this year, and then it's just been a process of making sure that everything was lined up and ready to go, and so now here we are, and the record comes out on Friday.
Can you tell us a little bit about your SOS project?
When I transitioned away from the major labels and into my own independent system, I realized that there was this huge revenue stream, or potentially huge revenue stream, that was going to be coming to me that had not been previously coming to me, record sales. I decided that it was important to do something to kind of get the karma moving in the right direction, transitioning away from the labels. And so we launched the foundation, the SOS Foundation, and the goal is to put records out and raise money for causes that I'm passionate about with these records every year, and you know, help some folks that really do need it. And so the first SOS project that we partnered with a charity was dealing specifically with homeless women and their children, and we worked with an organization called City of Refuge that does incredibly comprehensive work with women and their children that are living on the streets, boasting 95% success rates with getting women off the streets permanently and into employment. The next project is already slated. My father and I are going to record a lullaby album. I've written a book to go along with it that is intended to raise awareness about certain conditions and diseases that certain folks might have, and it's written to raise awareness among children, among young people. Through my dealings with my fans, I've become really close with one gal in particular who's got cerebral palsy, and through this relationship I've come to understand that condition for what it is. And so I just kind of want to try and help kids understand that maybe the kid at school that's in the wheelchair can be just as friendly as anybody else, as any able-bodied kid on the playground. So I want to just encourage those kids to go out and make friends where they can.
You and your father have a new video out.
Yep.
A song called Don't Be Afraid to Call Me. Lovely song.
Thank you.
I have a lot of friends that, you know, as you get older, you kind of grow apart, life gets in the way, and it's a lovely song reminding people, you know, just give them a call.
Yeah, it's born out of a true story. I mean, it's born out of a real falling out that I had with a friend that was probably more than avoidable, but nonetheless, we fell out. There's a strong desire for me to let that friend know that I'm always here, that I'm always going to be here, that no matter what happened between us, I got nothing but love for you. And that if you ever needed, then, you know, you shouldn't hesitate to call. And so luckily we were able to I think, convey that message fairly concisely and beautifully in a new song, you know. And so the last time I was in the studio with some camera guys, I called my dad over, and he and I cut a version of that song, which I hope that your viewers will enjoy. I had a friend who used to call me all the time, till he didn't. I don't know why, where we went wrong. It's been too long. The other day, thought I heard your name, so familiar, somehow so strange. Can't make new old friends. My door is open always, so don't be afraid to call me. No matter how long it's been. No, you don't need no reason to call me, 'cause you know I'll be there in the end. Back in the day, we'd run this town, had each other when trouble came around. Whiskey and rye until we died. Then a storm came rolling in. You left just like the wind, butch without Sundance. But I lost my right hand then. Oh, so don't be afraid to call me. No matter how long it's been. No, you don't need no reason to call me, 'cause you know I'll be there in the end. So don't be afraid to call me. No matter how long it's been. No, you don't need no reason to call me, 'cause you know I'll be there in the end. Oh, don't be afraid to call me. No matter how long it's been. No, you don't need no reason to call me, 'cause you know I'll be there in the end. 'Cause you know I'll be there in the end. 'Cause you know I'll be there in the end.
Who would you say your musical influences are, and has that changed over the years?
I was kind of a soul music snob for a long time, and I didn't really want to stray far away from the things that I was comfortable listening to. And I think it limited me for a long time. While these guys that I've gravitated towards as a young boy were incredible artists and incredible performers in their own rights, my insistence on adhering to the strict doctrines of Donny Hathaway and Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder, I think definitely limited me into what I was into what I'm ultimately capable of. I think that it's important for me to break out of the comfort zone and start to explore other styles and other more contemporary writers and performers. And so in the past few years, I've really started to try and dig into some of my peers in the industry. People like Emily King and Jarle Bernhoft and Blake Mills. Gabe Dixon has always been a favorite of mine. And ultimately, I think it's really opened me up to a much broader sense of what I'm capable of.
Well, thank you so much. It was lovely meeting you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, break a leg tonight.
Thank you.
Welcome back to More Than the Music. Lillie Mae is one of the newest additions to the roster over at Jack White's Third Man Records. But don't let new fool you. She's been playing music nearly her entire life. She's played on stages all over the world, and we're going to talk to her on one she's very familiar with, the Blue Room stage at Third Man in Nashville. Let's take a look. We are at Third Man Records today talking to Lillie Mae, hanging out for AmericanaFest. Woo! And yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about your album and what you're doing here and a couple songs that we're gonna be playing on our special.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks.
Glad to be here on this beautiful rainy day.
So how did you get started in music in the first place?
I had been in a family band my whole life, so full-time since I was 3. And we lived in a motorhome, and we were my family's income, and just full-time, never stopped.
Do any of your siblings play on the album?
My brother Frank played some electric guitar. I'm sure he played an acoustic part or two, but Frank came in and played electric on some stuff. The main tracking was bass, drums, and my sister Scarlett and myself. And she plays mandolin, and she's like just like an incredible arranger, and really like all the things that I can't do, like the charting, and I mean, she just has a really incredible ear. But so it made it a lot more comfortable too. I was like, I couldn't, it's like, here, go in a room and record all this stuff. If I didn't have her on that,
Yeah.
It would have been a different product for sure too.
For sure, that's really comforting.
Yeah, it was. Well, and she's badass, and she helped me finish writing a couple of the tunes too.
All right, so we've got the video for Wash Me Clean. We're gonna be checking that out here in a minute. Can you tell us a little bit about that track?
Yeah, I was playing with Jack, and we did 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and on one of those off days, I had gone down to Daytona, and I wrote that on the boardwalk.
Let's check that out. Welcome back to More Than the Music.
Tell us a little bit about Over the Hill and Through the Woods.
Well, it was just something I had in my head. I believe it was the night before we recorded. Went over to Scarlett's house, and it's like, we're wrapping up tracking, but I really want to record this song for the record, like, you know, so we need to finish it, you know. So we finished it like then and recorded at like 10 a.m. So it didn't have much life before the studio.
Awesome. Well, let's check it out.
Never saw you coming. Sure didn't think you'd be gone so soon. I took off running over the hill and through the woods, but didn't do a bit. And now my mind is aching. Days of yore so far away, and I hear you saying, girl, you crazy, it ain't all unfair, but you weren't there. I've got a way of spinning around and round and round and round and round. And I've seen the sun rise up off the ground, and I've seen the sun going down. Never saw you after. Years of control mean nothing now. But if we stood forever, nothing would ever come crumbling down. We just wait around. I've got a way of spinning around and round and round and round and round. And I've seen the sun rise up off the ground, and I've seen the sun going down. I've got a way of spinning around and round and round and round and round. And I've seen the sun rise up off the ground, and I've seen the sun going down.
So who are your musical influences? Do you have like a favorite record of all time or something along those lines?
Well, I do. I do have a favorite record of all time. It's "The Moon Was Blue" by Bobby Bare, which isn't one of it's one of his. It's not his latest, but it's the one before that. So it's pretty new. It's not like old classic Bobby Bare. It's just a really, really awesome record. I think it's my favorite because it was something I discovered. You know, it's like I was at the library and I got it from the library. And then I was like, this is the greatest thing. It changed my life. It really did. The production on it is just, there's some incredible parts. The harmony parts are incredible, and just like, it's super laid back. So that's my favorite record. And Bobby Bare is amazing, but my favorite artist of all time is probably Waylon Jennings. But that record, the live record, I believe it's 72 or 74. It's a double album. It's the greatest record ever. So those two, yeah.
Awesome.
So those two are my favorite record.
All right, so would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
One horse-sized duck for sure.
I mean, what's your plan of attack there?
I'd hide, run fast, climb a tree, dig even.
Well, Lillie Mae, it's lovely talking to you.
Lovely
Thank you
talking to
so
you.
much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We had so much fun at AmericanaFest, but we are just getting started here at More Than the Music. Tune in next week to see who's up next. Same time, same place. See you then.